Hello, friends, geeks, and freaks. Thank you for tuning in, and welcome to Purple Worm Syndicate, and welcome to our new campaign. Woo woo. Chronicles of Imeron. You know, Tales of the Everchanging Lands. We're starting fresh. We're starting new, and we are starting right off the bat with the music being turned up on my end because it's too loud.
It's just too tall.
Too tall indeed. No. Fire. The air feels like fire today. The heat is almost unbearable as we begin on the 18th of High Sun, year 1371 of the third dynasty of the lunar star. It is a scorching hot summer day as Hezilleon's two sons, Seluna Alta and her child, Kivon Eroy's rays of sunlight bear down on the lands of Imeron. As the clouds struggle to give shade to the people of Ebonwatch, it doesn't stop the shipyard from being packed full of travelers and traders. Within the city, you will find all walks of life. Most come to make ends meet and stay out of the Blackthorn Market and the Scalver's Yard, where the low and forgotten go. The city has its watchers, the Honest Society, operating in the shadows away from the Sea Wardens and Phoenix Braves. It hasn't always been this way, as in the past the Council of the Captains used to keep the city afloat for its trade agreements, harbor regulations, and city maritime defenses. This all changed when the Phoenix Braves stormed the Citadel and claimed the ownership of this town 18 years ago today. We are at Port Harbor, is where we are picking up today's story and where this adventure begins. A small cargo ship, has just recently docked. As people flock and leave off this harbor ship, we see many faces, many carts and people, fish, textiles, spices, leave and come and go, as we see two fond faces looking out, wiping sweat off their brow as they are first time ever in the port of Eberron. I would like my two first people to introduce themselves, as they are well acquainted after adventuring for a little bit. Will Torque and Flint please describe me what your characters look like?
Well, you said your name first, so go ahead, Torque.
Torque is a sapphire dragonborn. His skin is like this nice sapphire blue color, but what stands out is like this electric boom that's just kind of like all over it. Kind of like tips of it, like spikes, his hair going down. He's right now in full scale now, with a nice giant battle axe just hanging off his back. Bit rusty, but you can tell it's been used. And he has two hand axes to his side. And he is standing at 7'1" and just massive.
And next to him would be Flint Northwood. Average size, about 6 foot, male, humanoid, but with an ashy gray skin tone and hair that dangles like loose flames. His eyes look infernal, almost like a tiefling, but he is a fire genasi. Wearing modest clothing, kind of a button up with a loose poncho over his, basically over his midsection that hangs down. No weapons seem to be on him, just a few loose pouches hanging from his belt waist. And that's about it. The heat isn't really bothering him nearly as much, being a fire genasi, but still humid. It feels awful.
As the two of you have just stepped off the dock and laid foot onto the soils of the Province of Ashar, one of the multiple regions of Imeron. This one has been known to be an excellent resource within its forestry and minerals, and has been a high trade route between Hezilleon and Imeron, has caught your guys' attention, as there has been word of great fortune floating within the city, has been running around within the trade route, and trying to make maybe a little bit of coin has brought you to here. As you guys step off and people are pushing by, without really paying attention, maybe stumbling a little bit, I have my next adventurer bumping into the back of Torque, who is just kind of running into a wall, which would be Ezel. Chris, please describe me what your character looks like.
Zale is basically a half human, half earth ganassi. He's dark skinned. He has blotches of stone on certain parts of his skin, like on his elbows, on his shoulders. He's got dreadlocks, and it looks like they're some kind of bindings on his hair, but it's actually just rock coated over it, just in some spots, just basically locking the locks. Not wearing any armor, just basically wearing just, I guess, I don't know, some barbarian attire. Didn't really think about that.
As he bumps into... I was going to say, as you're bumping in to him, you are carrying right now a giant box of dried spices, and I need you to roll me the first roll of the campaign, as you are actually doing a dexterity save for me to start off, to bump as you're bumping in, to not drop this box of cargo.
There you go.
See if it happens. Okay, I didn't roll a 1 to start off.
Hey.
I got an 11 though.
11. As you stumble back and hit the back of this large dragonborn, you are able to catch your feet, but you stumble for a second. Very animated box in the air. The lid slides off, and you can see the spices. And in the back, behind you, you hear a stern voice from a woman, Faylene, the hired hand that basically brought you aboard this trip from La Pointe as a cargo carrier, sees you bump into this person and just starts scowling at you. What are you doing? Don't drop the cargo, come on! And she starts leading you away towards a side part of the dock, basically to start unloading what you've been helped to bring on this trip.
My apologies. Won't happen again.
As you continue to help Faylene out, unloading, after the cargo boxes, several of them are unloaded back and forth trip-wise, you're finally paid your coin and free to do as you will within the city. A small pouch of 10 gold is given to you for your works of the week's travel back and forth to the port. Torque and Flint, you are brought here with the word of coin. As you look around and you can hear the portside harbor just rustling and bustling of people. Literally, fish are being thrown in front of you across as they are being set up on a street side market, and you're looking out down the little streets. Little tiny shops are set up here and there. You, for a split second, see a small halfling walk by you very quickly. Dolos, can you please describe what you look like to everybody?
So you would see actually, even though he's a halfling, he's a bit taller in terms of halfling size. He is a 4'8", kind of rounder halfling build, wearing very basic farmer's clothing. He has a small backpack with a loot attached to it, as well as some small other farming tools. He has purple hair. It looks like it's dyed that color. It's not his natural hair color. You can see with little hints of like the darker brown hair coming through underneath the bottom. And he is walking with a slight limp.
As you see this purple-haired halfling rush by you with a limp, opening up the side door of a bakery, Calvar's Bakehouse, ran by the Selvis Calvar, Trident owner. As Dolos, you open up the door, the whiff of fresh baked breads and croissants hit you as you're making your daily run for the afternoon snack, we'll basically call it. Doorbell rings. There's a small line in front of you as you patiently wait for your lunch. And as you look over, I will say I want a perception check from you.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. I will say you were quick to get into this shop because the hunger in your belly was rumbling, but you know a lost soul when you see one. And Torque, once again, you stand out very bright and teal compared to a lot of others around here. Your little coin purse kind of sticks out to Dolos, and it might catch your eye for a split second that these newly arrived adventurers might need a hand, I would say, Dolos. It's caught your peak interest as you are making as quick as you can to get your meal. You drop a silver coin, paying for your small sandwich as you step out. You see the Dragonborn with his Fire Genasi friend continue walking down the side of the street.
I think Dolos would, seeing these lost crowd just wandering through the streets, he would quickly scribble down a note.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to try to sneak up and switch the note with their coin purse.
Okay. I'm going to need a sleight of hand from you. And Torque. I'm going to need a, we'll have to, it's a swapping, right? With a sleight of hand.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to say just insight check from you, Torque.
That's how we used to do it in the 90s, son.
That's a 6 for me.
Okay.
Well, that was a 21 for me.
21. There's a lot going around you, Torque, and you're not very... It was like, the boat was a lot for you, and Flint, to the best of your abilities, I think you had to calm down, Torque, a little bit over your week's travel to Ebonwatch. Wow, I can name my own cities. To Ebonwatch, and this is a lot bigger crowd than Torque, I would say, is used to, and you being a larger, stout Dragonborn, you're kind of just running into a little bit of everything here and there, and the slight hand exchange between the note and the bag on your hip seems to go unnoticed by you. As Flint, I think you're trying your best to keep Torque a little bit under control, for him to not go into any sort of barbaric rage. I will say is kind of what's happening right now. So.
This place is way too concentrated.
Well, you know, the bigger the city, the easier it is to stand out. You want to be a champion one day, big guy, you're going to have an audience. And we're going to find more options available in these bigger cities. And on the other hand, the other side of the card, with the more people around, it's a lot easier for me to blend in. A lot harder to notice one genasi when you're surrounded by everything. and I'm just kind of taking in the city and looking for marks, basically. Which is funny that we already had someone pickpocket us because I'm looking for an easy target while I'm standing in the middle of the street being an easy target, basically.
Yep.
I'm gonna take a smack these kind of like. You button up. What?
Cameron, you're quiet for anyone else.
Yeah. Can you adjust your mic there a little bit, bud?
You're just like muffled almost.
Yeah.
What?
So again, my camera's like.
Check if it's going through your if it's going through your camera mic.
Yeah, because you sound completely different. I didn't want to be a bitcher. But I want to be able to hear your dialogue especially too, so go ahead.
Yeah.
Joel mentioned it, thank you.
Okay, what about?
There we go.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so as I was saying, we kind of huff and puff, like he is just not used to being in crowded places, and he's just like, Flint, fine, I'll keep my cool for now, but we need to hurry up and get off this street. I do not like it.
Agreed. I know that we've been on a boat for a while, but do you want to start with some ale and some food, or you want to get straight to business and try to find some work?
You know, I might be a bit hungry. Let's try out a tavern. Let's get some food first.
All right. Now let's see here, and I'm just gonna kind of start looking for the vibe. Potentially a place for some gambling, some just ruffian types, not something too uppity and overpriced.
Okay. I will have you roll a general. We'll do this as an investigation check to try to find the better options out of the taverns as you were walking by, basically.
Okay, investigation's not terrible, but I am proficient in history if I know anything about the city.
I would say at this point, I don't think you know much about the city.
Okay, fair enough. Completely missed the mark. Son of a bitch. Rolled a 2 plus 3, so 5.
5. Okay. Well, you're not going south, which is good. You've avoided the Golden Anchor Tavern, which is the area that is just a money suckering hole, basically. But you're able to head towards Silas's Tavern Keep is what it's called. Just a small little tavern, almost near the giant beacon as you're walking more north within the town. You start going around the corner and you can see what makes to be a twisting spine of a spire lighthouse, basically, break in front of you, kind of out of nowhere as you turn, and then all of a sudden it's there. And as you look up, the spire itself has several stacks of metal that steam spews out. And as it does, you can actually see the light probably about 20 feet higher above that. As this is the main lighthouse of Ebonwatch. Dead center in the town, not far off the docks, I would say, but it is a pinnacle point. And as you look out, the street kind of starts opening up. And from here, there's a lot more carts. This is more of the crossings of many different areas for basically small. It was like
Main Street.
Yeah, it's Main Street, pretty much. But as you look out, on the very corner is where Silas's Tavern Keep is. And you kind of step on into there. It is relatively quiet for the hustle and bustle that you just went out and came from. Stepping in, I would say there's probably about maybe 4 or 5 tables, and only 2 of them have been occupied. So you have multiple spots to actually choose from to sit down and try to take it in, take a second to catch your breath, basically, after being on the sea for a good week.
I look for a location that's more in the corner. Even if our back's to the wall, I like to be able to see the whole room, because we're gonna, get stuck in a situation we at least wanna not have anybody behind us.
All right. As you guys sit down to enjoy your food, we are going to pull out for a second and kind of spinning around from where this tower is. Slightly, it's barely north from here. We see a individual with a very scrunched up tiny note pulled out, trying to navigate the best he possibly can. Wilfer, can you please tell me what you look like and describe yourself to everybody?
Yes, so I am an air genasi. I am blue, like pretty much all blue. Think like Iceman or like, what's the fucking guy from Watchmen, the doctor, what the fuck's his name again?
Manhattan.
Manhattan. Yeah.
Think like that kind of skin, where like that kind of blue. Hair is also blue, silver, Iceman-ish. Like, picture Iceman without the ice, basically. Decent build. Very minimalistic in terms of like everything else. I've got like kind of like a monk's looking kind of vest. That vest thing that goes, over the shoulders, open armed down to a little bit about waist level, and I'm wearing pants would be something very loose, jogger-ish type of pants or whatever, and then I have like a satchel, like a bag, like on my side, and that's pretty much it.
And you recently just got to the town. You just got to Ebonwatch. This map has told you to find Master Quill Jayonk of the Robes of Ebonwatch, the local monk monastery, basically within Ebonwatch, for your next part of your training. And as you are looking around at this crumbled up map, you are a little tossed and turned and not quite sure which road to take. And as you're looking down and just very, very lost, I will say somebody in a quick hurry comes by and you attempt to get their attention, but they do not pay any means to you as you keep on walking. Hollow, please tell me as you are rushing to the harbor front what you look like.
So, it's a plasmoid with like a purple, like translucent skin. And like you can't see it because it's just covered in like battle robes with like a dark grayish color with like blue trimming on it, and the hood like pulling all the way around his face. And it's like not any equipment where you can tell, but yeah, it's battle robes and purple.
He is followed by a short, stout, dwarven man who is munching down on a very large chicken leg, and he's talking with his mouth full as you attempt to get their attention, Wilfer. But they keep on walking by, and literally the dwarf for a split second taps Hollow. I think he needed our help there, man. Like,
What? Who? What? We gotta get to this. We gotta get to the harbor.
I know. Bashar wants us to get our parcel for the day. Those spices should better be ready at this point in time.
If they're not, we'll teach them a lesson.
Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to cooking tonight. What do I have planned? We have that rotisserie chicken. We have that stuffed duck. Like, those spices amplify. We're gonna be stouting in gold tonight.
If I had a mouth, I would be salivating. Let's go.
Oh yeah, I always forget you don't. Sorry about that, Hollow.
Alright.
Hello? Hello? Excuse me.
What?
I'm very new here. I'm just looking to find my way to the monk monastery. Can you point me in the right direction?
Maybe you got like 5 copper?
Sir, look at me. Do I look like I carry much of anything? I'm just a very simple monk traveling to a new monastery.
Not one to do things for free, but Brock, it's up on the whatever it is, right?
Yeah. If you take a left, then take a right. Don't go too far, though, because that road leads to Blackthorn Market. You don't want to get caught there. Stop before that. Take another UE. It's down in...
I'm going to show him. Brock, you got the spices, right? This kid's going to get lost.
Yeah, I guess. Just meet me at the meet me at the galleon later, I guess.
Alright, yeah, I'll meet you there. Don't worry, I won't miss food tonight. Alright, well, what's your name?
Wilfer.
Hollow. Let's get you going, because there's some stuff stuck with and money with my name on it.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Leading him to the monastery. It's really, I was like, Brock, the dwarf, had described what would have been you getting very, very lost, but honestly, it's not that simple. It's not that hard to find, especially for you being so tenured to the town. About, I say, a quarter mile up the road, you take a couple turns, and you are standing outside of a very small, worn down cathedral of like a church-like structure. The outside main two wooden doors are kind of almost blockaded at this point in time. It seems to be in a really rough compared to all the other buildings and facilities around. And last time you knew, the robes of Ebonwatch have been they've been struggling a lot to maintain their stature within the town. So for this man to be like looking specifically for this is a little weird to you, but yeah, that's kind of what you lead him to, is the outside of this building, which is kind of blocked up a little bit.
I don't know what you're gonna do here. This thing's been like shut down for ages. Looks like decrepit at this point, but here it is.
Appreciate it. I will let you go back to your day. I don't want to take any more of your time. You've been very kind to me.
Get in. Go the Gilded Galleon. It's that way. And I gave directions.
Thank you. I will keep that in mind.
All right.
Would I try going in then, or would I wait? I think I would wait for him to kind of turn away. I would think.
I'm charging you next time. This was free. Sample.
Next time I will have plenty.
As Hollow leaves you, Wilford, what are you doing at this monastery?
I would probably go and knock on the door and see if anybody's gonna open up.
Okay. As you go up and knock on the door and sit there silently waiting, small, hunched over figure, little tail sliding behind them, barely peeks out behind their robes. And Kane walking slowly by, sees you knocking. Nobody's going to answer today!
I'm sorry, what?
Nobody's going to answer today! You look lost, Sonny.
Why won't they answer?
'Cause who answers the front door? Nobody these days.
But if is somebody there, they should answer the front door then.
What's your name, Sonny boy?
I'm Wilfer.
Sure you are. Are you all keened into your senses? Quick reaction! Ha-ha! And her cane slowly winds up and takes attempt to smack at you. I'm gonna have you attempt to basically reflect and react. So I need a athletics check from you.
Oh, thank God I'm proficient in that. 16.
16. Kane comes up and you're able to quickly parry it away. As she slides the cane off, her hood comes down. I guess you were ready for that. Yes, yes, Wilford, you are just on time. It is I, Quillen. Here, as you receive my message, your days of training have begun!
Why, thank you, Master.
Now your first test is to get me soup. I'm hungry.
Soup?
Soup.
Where? Where? Is there a kitchen? Like...
Oh, not here, not here. No, no, no. It's too much of a hassle. Just go to Silas's, man. Like...
But I don't have any copper or...
Here. It takes 2 silver pieces. If you get a soup and a side of the loaf, he gives you a couple copper back. Good deal. Nice man.
Okay, and I'm going to Silas's?
Yeah. You don't know. Oh my gosh, I forgot. Silas's. Just take a left down here. Right back where you came from. Right by the Archbeacon, right there. Little tiny bar. Silas's Tavern.
Got it.
Bring me my soup.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Master.
Yes. She starts like crinkling her fingers together. Silas's soup, and starts walking away down the side of the monastery, like very happy about it.
We've really done like a Genkai kind of character, haven't we?
A little bit.
What kind of psychopath wants hot soup on such a hot day?
She never said it was hot soup. She just said soup.
Red flag.
As
I guess I'll make my way to Silas's then.
As Wilfred, you head back towards Silas's. We are down at the dock. Ezel, you have finished and got your coin. As you are making your way, you are abruptly stopped by a large dwarven man. For a second, he looks at you, you look at him. His beard is curling out, and he just quickly asks, where's Fallon? Oh, no, wrong ways. Where's Fallon? Does she have my delivery?
Where's who?
Fallon. Weren't you the hired hand? I swore I've seen you before here.
Yes, actually. Delivery's right here.
Oh, wonderful. Would you be interested in making a couple more coin today? Help me bring this back to the Gilded Galleon.
How much is a couple?
Got 5 silver pieces right here. It's just right up the road.
I
So.
like 5. I think I can help you out.
Wonderful. On the way, we can stop at Silas's. I have another package over there to pick up, if you don't mind. I can carry that one. It's just this large box of spices. Mom's a little sore.
That's fair. Lead the way.
As he starts leading the way, Hollow, you can see down the road in front of you Brock coming back, but now with another larger individual carrying the box that you were supposed to be helping out with the delivery, basically. So, you guys basically crossroad and meet, and Brock stops you. Well, I guess I don't have to pay you today, Hollow. I got someone else to do it.
I guess I can. It's looking for helping this random guy. But that's like I can take the box. Like, it's fine. Like, who is this guy? This is a random stranger. This is only your spices. I got it.
He was cheaper than you.
Because I have the experience. It's fine. I have... It's fine. But I want to make sure you...
Your worth.
Let's make sure we get you back safely still. Maybe I can still squeeze a silver or 2 out of Ashar.
Yeah, I guess so. We're stopping the silences for a quick second.
Aye. Oh, stranger. My name's Hollow. You are? Stealing my job?
Hello, my name is stealing your job.
Alright, well. I would say
Sorry.
steal for sure.
My friend, my name is Hezilleon.
Okay, that's much more sense of a name.
I kind of like stealing your job.
Well, don't get used to it. This last time I helped somebody for free.
It's not the last time you say that, though.
I'm very determined in mind getting paid for my work, actually.
Alright.
As you guys head towards Silas's, inside we have Torque and Flint sitting back. You guys have ordered your lunch. It is a grilled cheese with a tomato soup and basil, basically, is what has been offered to you, and that is Silas's special. Even on this hot day, somehow this is very refreshing. It might be the ice cube in there.
What kind of drinks do we have along with this? Yeah, with a grilled cheese and tomato soup.
Yeah. Grilled cheese and tomato soup. All the board said today's special, Silas's.
Oh shoot, Rick's gonna be looking at the grilled cheese like, Flint, what is this? Is this supposed to be substance for me? Is this supposed to fill me properly? Just looking at this tiny sandwich, which is probably smaller than his hand.
I look back at the, like, call someone over and just kind of say, do we got any meat or eggs or anything of the sort that we can kind of add to this meal? My friend here is a bit more hungry than I am. We could just add it to the total.
Okay. Meat coming on up. I like this. No questions asked.
Thank you. Wait. Loser, we can play a game. Loser pays the meal. I don't want to. Otherwise we do half for half, and I pay for this, and you pay for half the kitchen.
Rick's gonna agree to pay for half the kitchen, because he is hungry and can't really focus right now. But he did just dip the grilled cheese into the tomato soup, and has learned a new taste. He's like, dip it, takes a bite, he's like, Flint, this is miraculous. We need more of this. Why can't you cook like this? He's going to begin, just take another bite, like, this is good.
Well, the good news is it's a total of about 5 ingredients, so it shouldn't be too hard to recreate.
Cheese, bread,
Glad to
tomato,
enjoy
salt.
it.
I love that Torque is basically just like Klingon.
It's very Han Solo and Chewie vibes. Like, as we were creating this duo,
Oh,
we're
it's
like,
on.
oh shit, we're Han and Chewie.
Yeah.
So, like, not that I want to paint that picture in advance, but just putting that out there, that's the vibe I got.
As you guys are waiting for your food to come out, a roast fowl finally is being slowly plated towards you as Silas is coming by. Door swings open with Wilford entering in. You can see the bystanders in and out walking by. It's not that crowded. As Silas brings over, like I said, the roasted fowl, sets it down. It is still steaming, but there's kind of like a weird gravy on top of this fowl, like that you're not quite sure. I would say Flint or Torque, as this is basically the meat that has been presented to you. So, but plate is dropped in front of you. throwing it on your tab. You also asked about ales and stuff like that. We have ale, beer. We got a very white wine, honey mead. We got this bark tea, I guess, if you were interested in that.
Do you have anything like a whiskey?
I might have something in the back. Let me take a look.
First, on my book, be like, bark tea. What is that? That sounds delicious. Like this cheese and this bread. I want one of those.
All right, bark tea and possibly a whiskey if I have any. Come on up. As he makes his way back around to Wilford, I was like, as you're entering, there's a small little bar area to order if you're just making a quick delivery. But I will say, I want to have the three of you so far in this room, Torque, Flint, and Wilford, even though you're just entering in. Roll me a perception check.
That's gonna be a dirty 20 from Torque.
17.
Pretty good. Travis?
I am proficient in it, and I have a 22.
22.
You know,
Damn, you guys all rolled really, really well. There's a table between you guys. Two individuals. Very just robust in the way. There's a half-elf man, kind of just rough. Like, he has dirt and soot on his face. And he is sitting in his chair, crossed arm, talking to another individual, and both of them are trying to keep whatever conversations they're saying to themselves. But there is a brief chatter for a split second, and you overhear, "Yeah, the Isles. I know where the keep is. I know about the gold, but we're not supposed to let our know that we know about this, right?" And then the other individual states, "Yeah, if they find out we know about the treasure, our heads are gone."
Could you repeat the name he said out loud?
Ara.
I'm making a note.
And as this conversation about a secret treasure kind of just bliply hits into the air, I will say Izel and Hollow, you guys enter in just right after this basically pops up. So all of you, minus Delos, is now within this facility, basically.
Oh, this place suddenly got corrupted. Did you hear that? I kind of say it on the down low. Sorry, I'm losing my voice already. But I just kind of, about the treasure, just kind of give Torque without trying to make it obvious what I heard. I'm just gonna, did you hear that about the treasure and the stuff like that?
Torque's not gonna move his head, but he's gonna use his telepathy and be like, Flint, yes, I did. Now let me go back to enjoying this cheese between the bread.
It always surprises me when you do that.
And out of character, but this telepathy actually does go both ways, so Aaron, you should be aware of that.
Nice. Alright, good deal. It always catches me off guard, though. So we can kind of do they always talk. This will be our telepathy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Torque's over there just eating this grilled cheese dip, and he has no time to open his mouth to talk, so it's just like, die.
And Flint is both impressed and kind of disgusted because that's how they usually are with mealtime. Just he eats so much faster than I do, so I'm just kind of slowly dealing with my soup, making sure that I don't make a mess of myself.
Does it still sound like you're chewing when you're using the telepathy?
Can we
I just
roll
hear
for that?
I just hear him slurping.
Pretty
like,
good.
Shoots from my head. Awful. Terrible.
It's
Good.
Oh man, what am I gonna do with you? So, I'm gonna, since Torque is more interested in his food, I'm just gonna kind of start scanning the room of all the new people in there, and I want to try and see if anyone else heard what I heard about this mystery treasure also, or if we're the only ones that caught it. Just kind of maybe like a crowd insight, if you will.
What's your passive perception?
Passive perception is 12.
12. Wilford, you heard as well with the 22. I'll have you roll me. I would say if you want to play this as you might have overheard, you get the choice of basically doing a deception at this point in time, or a perception check of yourself to see if you both are kind of like in this moment right now.
I'll do a deception check,
Okay.
and I am proficient in that as well. Like everything so far that I've had to roll, I've had advantage on, which is fantastic. All right, so 18.
18. I will say, Wilford, how do you want to basically hide that you heard this from Flint as he's looking through the room?
I mean, I just would. I don't know. I feel like I would just kind of act like nonchalant or very discreet about like whatever I heard. I'm not reacting to it at all. Like in my head, like I heard it, but like I'm not reacting to anything because I'm more being observant of my surroundings.
Okay. So, any individuals that would have caught your attention, Flint, you're not getting that read at all. Everybody seems very much to their own business, with the only couple tables in here, and the individual that just got up to the bar to make a quick order. As three more individuals walk in, how tall are you there, Chris, again?
I am 6 foot.
Okay, I was thinking, are you guys all like 6 foot?
I pictured Hollow more like 5, like 7. He's very lanky too. I forgot to say that. He's very like slender.
Yeah. And then you have little Brock right next to you. He's like barely 4 foot. So 3 more individuals walk in. Brock quickly yells out, "Sightings!" as he calls out to the man. Like literally, this is all kind of corresponding at the same time. The meal just got dropped down to Flint and Torque as he still has the plate up. He just turned to Wilford to basically take the order for the soup for Quillen. And Brock starts yelling out, "My man! Hey, come on back!" And the dwarf starts heading back with Silas as the two of you guys are now in the bar tavern area as well.
Like shows, I don't know how he gets people for this place. Always looks over the duck covered grain like, oh, I don't know how you eat here.
Hezilleon's just like looking around confused, like that confused John Travolta. Yeah, just holding the spices, just what am I doing with this?
You get a hold there for like, he talks for like 10 minutes, the order takes like 5 minutes, like 15 minutes, they'll be on our way again.
Fair enough. How much was he gonna pay you?
I'm gonna say double, 10 silvers. This probably was too cheap. I give him a discount. I live there. I've been here for a while. That's all. I have some repertoire built up.
I mean,
rob you or stab you in the back?
I would simply stab them back.
Yeah, it's hard to do
In the
that.
back.
Carry a giant crate of spices.
Or even anything is a weapon.
You break the spices. You have to pay for the spices.
Not if I'm not here.
Hey, I'll make you be here. My job is not just guarding the handling the crates.
That word. Yeah.
Hypothetically.
Yeah.
Well, I knew what it was.
I know.
Hypothetically. Just like, it sounded like talking, it's like leaning against like the door frame, whatever. Just like, let's go, Brock. Like, God, get your back.
A couple minutes go by. And before Brock and Silas comes back with his delivery of the fresh produce that he was asking for Silas to pick up and hold on to, the two individuals that were sitting down at the table talking about this treasure get up. And they slide by the table, they drop a couple coins on the bar, and basically keep on walking. They walk out. And as they walk out of Silas's, they stop for a second outside. They walk back in. One of them does, the half-elf, for a split second, walks back in, looks at you, Ezel. Is it Ezel? Ezel? How do we want to pronounce this?
Hezilleon.
Ezel, okay. Looks at you, Ezel, and looks over at Hollow. Holds for a split second. Stares at you, Hollow. You're lucky you're not alone today.
What would you have done if I was? Neil, lesson again?
You better watch your back, Hollow, man. You know, just, you don't got a really good reputation going on right now, and I've heard that you owe Tara some money.
Do I owe Tara money?
Gonna roll a history check.
Okay. That's a 8.
As far as you know, you owe Tara at least 50 gold.
At least it's cool. Tara will get her money once I get a new job coming. It's been a little bit of a slow month. I'm trying to get something big. And then Tara will get her gold when she gets her gold.
This guy's kind of making a scene with all this, right? I
Yeah.
mean, he walks out, walks back in.
Yep.
I'm gonna slowly take my playing card deck out of my like underneath my poncho. There's a vest pocket, and just kind of set it on the table with an acknowledgement to Torque, just kind of a nod, and telepathically I'm just gonna say, well, we might be playing some cards, but not for fun.
And Torque's gonna kind of take his battle axe, move it closer, like better within reach, but still inside the table because he's still enjoying his food. He's gonna be like, "Oh, it's always fun when to bring this out."
It might not come to that, but you know, naturally, how these things tend to work out when it comes to owing money. This might be a fine lesson in what happens when you owe money.
I'll tell you that Tara is a part of the Sea Wardens, which is one of the faction groups in here. Not as big as the Phoenix Braves at all. They more kind of keep control of what goes in and out of the port side ever since the Braves have kind of split off and started doing more things. They're not as in the city.
Gotcha.
So some of the smaller factions are
Sorry to take it a little bit.
trying to take over and try to take a little bit of the trade. You did a job for Tara a while back that went bad, and basically it was a if this didn't work out, you owed her money kind of thing. You've paid some of it back, but you've been holding off on it. So, yeah.
Tara's looking at you going, willing to pay her in the first place. That was a bad job in the first place, and you know it.
It's not what Tara says, man. I'm just saying, watch your back. And you're lucky, and he'll point over at you. He's out. Once again, if he was alone, I would have kicked this man's ass. And, like, this dude's shorter than you, too. Like...
What? I don't know this.
Mark, hear this?
The port.
I was going to say, this is not a big bar. I was like, everything's kind of cramped together. So I would say it's kind of getting a little... It's also right in the entryway, too, that this is all going down. So the little scuffling. He's going to literally take some pocket sand, throw it out on the ground. Warden's out. And it kind of does a quick, like, little gang sign and steps on out.
He like looks around like,
Yeah.
and I'm supposed to be intimidated by him. He does.
They all mock the guy with one arm, with, like, looking confused, trying to understand what it means.
If you had allergies, that would have been terrible.
Someone just starts sneezing.
Yeah.
No. With telepathy towards gonna kind of like look at Flint and like, ooh, that was almost a fight. I want more of this.
Give it time. No need to be hasty. I'm sure that there's going to be plenty of fighting in this town. We should keep the information we know about that one. If he owes money, then maybe he might be a person that we could potentially work with, because I owe money as well, and we're trying to work our way out of a hole, so desperate people might help desperate people.
Speaking of money, let me go ahead and pay for my share. And Torque's gonna reach down to his pouch that is supposed to be at his side. And he's gonna pull out, what, a letter that has been released?
Yes.
He hasn't opened it, he's looking at this. He's no longer telepathy. Flint. My coin purse, it has turned into paper. Is this your doing?
Nah, damn it, you know I wouldn't waste my skills on swindling you. Did you get swindled out in the streets? We were barely out there for 5. Damn it. Let's see it.
Okay. Torque's gonna have Flint the note.
I'm gonna take a closer look at it and see what we're dealing with here.
Okay, so you're opening up and reading it?
Well, yeah, like casually, of course, and not like...
Yeah. So, as you read it, it's gonna say, seems you're a little scarce for money. Come to the DeGray farm if you're looking for work.
Gray Farm.
DeGray.
Huh, well, someone slipped you a business card in exchange for your coin purse. Wouldn't it be, like, completely rude if people just assumed you wanted a business card and they tried to hand them out to you all the time?
Or maybe, Torque flexes a little bit, they need some muscle. They need this right here. Let's go. Let's go get my coin purse back, and then we'll see about this job.
I mean, I'll search my deck and see if there's a way to make a farming job easier for me. I mean, you're kind of built for throwing hay bales. But, that one we were talking about there, his friend, looked like someone I know. Kinda odd. Similarity.
You know more people, Flint? That is truly impressive.
Well, there was a
You
time.
have so many friends.
Well, you see, I used to have a group that I belonged to, but that was before I got locked. You know what? We'll get into that. There's plenty of time for that. But last time I had friends, it didn't work out so well. So glad to have you around.
Well, Torque's gonna take, what kind of meat was this that was brought to the table? Was it like a chicken leg or something? Like
Oh, it was a full bird depulucked with like a ton of gravy thrown on top of it.
Torque's just gonna take it and be like, let's go, Flint. Let's go find my coin purse. And he's just gonna like just dig into this like plate as he starts walking.
Giant fork just shoved into it. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe the any remaining tomato soup out of my mustache there and pick myself up, grab my deck of cards, put it back in my pocket. I'm coming with my shed, but I don't know what the total tab is. Oh, did you lose all your coin and you got some left?
I was gonna search this person. Does Torque have any more money? Like,
I think your entire bag was taken, right?
Yeah.
If you kept it all in one place, I don't know if you hid anything else, but
yeah, no, Torque wouldn't hide shit.
Yeah.
He's not-
Torque wouldn't shit.
Lucky copper in your sock. That's all that's left.
As the stress kind of builds in Flint, he takes out a matchbook and puts a matchstick between his teeth to chew on it. Need the tab. We're ready to head on out of here.
oh, yep. Just making my way and helping this individual, and well, I'm saying as he's saying this, Brock literally is coming out. All this what's going down, and he has like a satchel that he's like dragging behind. Hello, give me a hand, man. Like,
Yeah. As long as I,
I'm
Two
gonna
silver.
lean my back up against the bar and just kind of look like a badass, basically, like I got something better to do.
yep. Silas will pop back around, quickly put your tab down, and then, yep. Thanks for your business. I will see you tomorrow. Right? Please come back tomorrow. Anyways, Brock, I have another shipment coming in a couple more days. Is that cool? Are we still on for that? Oh yeah, man, that's good.
mostly joke. I do throw the
Yeah.
special racial. I was mostly joking.
Yeah, it literally it's like a large sack of like one sack is just pure potatoes and the other one has some like apples and some other like melon like shaped things, but they're like basically just large bags of produce. But yeah, the old dwarven man was like struggling to get the one over his shoulder that the second one.
It's a good thing we found this ale guy. What, you don't carry all these? I don't carry all of them with the spice box.
I forgot how much I ordered, man. I forgot. But Boshar will definitely be happy about this big business. We do have that that bard coming and performing tonight. Did you hear about that too? Big feast, big bard coming.
I missed that. I don't get out like a ton.
Gotcha. Yeah. Anyways, thanks. We'll catch you around. I'll pick you up on the second order. And yeah. Basically, you guys start heading out. We now have one delivery going that way. We have Wilford with your soup delivery now for Quillen. And you are basically walking behind. All of you guys, I was like, in a weird group fashion, you guys are walking in the same direction, but not as full
together.
groups. So we have basically Hollow, Brock, and Hezilleon together. We have Wilfred right behind you. Wilford.
No,
Yep.
Wilfred, I'm not a goddamn dog.
I know. I know. I gotta get this order right. 3 individuals now stand before. I'm gonna actually put you in front, Hollow, since we'll just go like this, make sense. 3 individuals stand in front of you. The one that had threw pocket sand at you, seeing now within the light itself, is Thalvin Gjart. He is one of Tara's side henchmen, basically. Tries to be the big baddie, like, person when Tara tells him to do stuff. He's the crow's foot to get the job done. He goes and collects the payments that's needed, but he's not the biggest individual. Like I said, He is probably 5'5", stout man, but just weathered. He now has 2 other goons next to him, of course. And as the 3 of them standing there, one of them is tossing like a rock and stuff like that within his hand, nudges Thalvin and just, he's here, boss, he's here. Ah, glad I got to run in you today again.
Brock, you need to hold these for a second. Alright.
You see, I just talked to Tara, and it turns out that 50 gold was needed yesterday. And she doesn't want to wait anymore.
And I missed the part where I care.
It looks like he wants to do it the hard way, boys. And as he says that, pulls out a small dagger from his side. He's just...
Oh no, he has a small knife. So intimidated.
That's how our first player character died.
Yeah. Hollow, I'm going to have you roll me initiative to start us off.
Stab me?
I got a 19.
19 to start. Very first combat is starting off with just Hollow and this man right now. I'm going to have you guys... You are up first within this little street brawl, basically.
So he pulls out this knife, and I summon a magical grapple chain metal force magic that can yank him towards me as a bonus action.
Okay.
It's called Phantom Hookshot. He needs to make a strength save.
Got it.
It's usually an action in 60 feet range, but I have a trick that shortens it to 15 I can use as a bonus action.
Alright, strength save. It's a 16.
It does pass.
Okay.
Then I would say it's a distraction, so I heal it out of the way, I just run up and stab him. Because I summon a force weapon as I run at him. Basically a sword made out of purple energy. I try to stab him. Does a 17 hit?
17 does it.
Get a D10. This is a level 2. I can add my intelligence modifiers to damage once per turn. That is 9 force damage. As he dodges the sword, just comes like a cut across the chest.
As you cut him across his chest, and he's just wearing basic leather armor, like cuts up and like a little bit of blood like splurts out. He holds his chest. You fucking bitch! And he like swipes back at you. Only an 11 to hit though.
That is a miss, because I have mage armor, so
Okay.
it's like he swings at it like a magical force pops up and just reflects it away.
He does have 2 attacks though. That's a 9, so that's even worse. Yep. So as he swipes out, I will say you guys are following behind, and you can now see the individual that you just saw within the bar area being basically attacked by this dude. The 2 goons behind him. Come on, Thavin, get him! Fucking get him, man! But as he's saying this, I will say some of the bystanders are like turning and watching slowly. One of them drops to the ground and begins throwing up profusely, like as this is going on. Flint, Torque, you guys, I was like, pretty much everybody that sees this individual here,
Which one again, Alex?
right here,
Okay.
Fabio, exactly,
Yeah.
starts pulsating and like very like seizure-like, starts twitching as like all the water from his body and skin starts pulling out. And as you remember, it's very, very hot today, but something is off about this. As his skin begins to swell up and body bloats out for a second, a slithering ooze creature forms out the back of him. And this thing is lashing out at the first thing it sees, so I'm going to need everybody to roll me initiative now. Alright. But no, this creature forms out the back of him. his friend that was standing next to him is just like, "What the fuck is that?" Like, kind of thing. Startled. We are starting off with Wilfor at the top of initiative.
Oh boy. I don't even know. I feel like I would be startled by it all, but what's the, like, the creature that's forming right now? Is it like it's kind of like an attack thing right now, or is it just like looking overly menacing?
It's about ready to lash out at the first thing it can, so it's probably going to attack its friend.
I guess I would yell to the friend that's next to the monster to, like, try to run away. And then I will move, like, here to at least try to assist in that.
Okay.
And then I'll hold my action.
Holding your action, Hollow, you are still being attacked by Thalvin. You just dodged his attack as you hear this screeching behind you, basically.
Well, I'll deal with that in a second. And I'm gonna stab the bitch in front of me again. 15 to hit?
15 hits.
Sweet. 7 damage. Force damage. This kind of back up a little bit, and so a Force Buckler as a bonus action.
Yeah.
I get +2 my AC until I get hit.
Okay.
But it lasts until the start of my next turn. That's probably my bonus action from now on, unless I do something else. So just assume I have the shield up unless I got hit by something.
Gotcha.
I'll keep track of it, but I'm not gonna say like I use Force Buckler every single turn. I don't use my bonus action for something else. So this like magical like purple Aegis shield, like the same material my sword is made out of.
He's bloodied now, so his 2 goons are stepping up, I will say.
Of course.
The slithering ooze, as it had just formed out of the back of this dude's body, and his body is withered up. Literally, this thing is just... I was like, it is semi-liquid substance that was within the back, like within this dude's body. So there's water, there's some beer, there's even some blood twisted within this thing. As it flows around, this thing is still kind of attached to the body, I will say, and it's like basically flowing from the blood and the water from inside inside his body, and it is going for the first thing it can. So I have to roll between Wilfor and the friend. Wilfor, you moved closer, so it's actually going after you now. And its first round of combat, it gets the ambusher feat, so it has advantage on its first attack. As it is forming out, it is attempting to attack you. It's a 21 to hit.
Oh, that'll hit.
Objection. And I would like to throw silvery barbs. A silver card out of my deck goes out, and it deflects his throw. It's just kind of an odd toss of a silver card out of my deck.
Yeah.
I was going to say, Alex, I'm going to use a key point to do patient defense, where I basically get to use dodge as a bonus action. So that would allow to basically take the damage and put it in half. Is that what dodge does again?
No, that's disadvantage to attack you, right?
Yeah, that's disadvantage, which is what Silver
Silver
Barbs
Barbs
is already doing. So,
You're supposed to do that in your turn,
Well,
also.
Yeah, Silver Barbs is just a straight reroll.
yep.
No advantage or nothing.
So I'll cast that as a reaction.
Okay.
So I was going to say, because I only said, because I held my action, so I hadn't even done anything yet.
Correct.
That's fair.
So wait. Aaron, are you throwing your fucking thing out, or... Okay.
Yeah, a silver card comes out of a deck of cards and just kind of, almost like a wanted, from the movie Wanted, the bullet kind of curves and wants his hand.
A reroll was actually higher.
Oh.
Oof.
So it was a 22 on the reroll.
You win some, you lose some.
Maybe you should curve them goddamn bullets.
It's a damage roll, though. It's only 5 points of bludgeoning damage. But as it slams down, Flint had just reacted. Wilfor, you get your action now, though. So
Alright, well now I am going to do some unarmed combat. I'll do an unarmed strike.
okay.
Oh, Jesus, that was a 7. I've been rolling so good all this time. The 7's not going to do it, I assume.
7 is not.
But I could do Fury of Blows with a key point as a bonus action, so I'll do that.
Okay.
Well, it's not much better than it's a 9. God damn it.
You get the second one, so you get 2 flare blows if you use a key point.
Cool. Oh, that one's a nat 20, so that's 24.
Yeah,
Second's great.
that's gonna hit.
There we go.
That will be for 10, just bludgeoning damage.
10
Was that a nat 20 or?
Yeah. It's already multiplied it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
As you're doing this unarmed strike and punching down at this thing, and the liquid splats back. It kind of like forms onto your arm, and as it does, it is going to transfer through your body, and now is slightly attached to you, and is not hanging, and is not attached to the dead corpse it was. And it's same occupied space, but I'm going to say on your fist now, the slithering ooze has attached itself to you.
Fantastic.
Flint, you are up.
So my first question is going to be, is this guy a friend or a foe?
He is a friend. He is basically, his friend just turned on him in some form or way into this ooze. Is shocked as Wilfor had came rushing over basically to try to tell him to get away. He hasn't been able to really act yet. He's kind of starstruck and shocked right now.
Alright, well I don't want any friendlies harmed, so I'm gonna make sure that this shot counts, and I'm gonna pull out 3 cards out of my deck and just and cast Magic Missile.
Okay.
3 darts are gonna hit this fucking weird thing directly on.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't gotta roll an attack for damage with this Magic Missile after the 3d4. So it's 1d4 plus 1 per dart. So that'd be 11 damage.
11 damage. Right. The ooze is bloodied. And the way this thing is bloodied, I'm going to have, because it has attached to Wilfor, I need dexterity saving throw from Wilfor.
Alright, let's see. What does Wilford do here? Dex save. Ah, I'm proficient in that. Thank God. 23.
23 saves.
That is the 3rd time Wilfer has been proficient in something for those keeping score.
Oh, I know. It's ridiculous.
You know, for all the times that I've not been in past campaigns.
Wilfor, you are taking half damage for succeeding and aren't grappled as this thing is getting hit off of you, but you're taking 3 points of damage, of necrotic damage, off your hand as this thing is getting shot off and onto the ground, is bloodied, and now it's trying to find its next, basically host to hold it.
Grappled, you said?
You're not. You saved, so you're not. It was trying to basically hold on from this shot hitting it. But it was 3 points of necrotic damage to you.
I swear I'm only trying to help.
I am bloodied.
I can't help you with that.
Score.
Okay.
There's no healers here.
That was my action. I don't believe I have much for bonus actions. So as far as movement goes, I'm just gonna kind of mosey on into this alleyway here and try to get some partial cover.
Okay.
Possible.
Okay. End of your turn, Swashbuckler Gizaz, I named him, Yeah, Giza. I was like, my mouth is not working now. He is coming up to aid.
So strong, you need your buddies to help you out, huh?
One dagger attack and 2 rapier attacks coming out.
It's got 3 attacks?
Yeah, 3 attacks.
Alex, we're level 2.
No, I know.
Alex.
It's 15 for the dagger.
The miss times 17. Paired with the shield. Bruh.
25 with the rapier.
That one's gonna hit.
22 with the rapier.
That one's gonna hit.
I will throw a vicious mockery at the rapier.
Okay, first one.
Silvery barbs, not silvery barbs.
Okay, on the first one. Sorry, re-roll it.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. They both
One.
rapier hits a hit.
I can't roll those stats anymore. That's higher again.
You're gonna get silvery barbs banned by the end of this campaign.
5 points of piercing on the first rapier. 5 points of piercing. I rolled the minimum amount of damage though. So.
Level 2.
I know.
I am bloody at this point.
Yes, I know. But he comes slapping on in. And basically you can see Hollow. I was like, what does bloody looks for you as you're getting
And so
stabbed?
he just slowly starts losing his form a little bit.
Yeah.
Like very droopy.
Yep. Izal, you are up.
Well, I see this guy running in and attacking what was clearly supposed to be like a one-on-one duel, and that's just not acceptable. So,
For the honor.
Hezilleon's just gonna pull a dagger out of his pocket, still holding the spices in his off arm, making sure that's protected. That's the job. And he's just gonna pull out a dagger and he's gonna throw it. 19, so a 25 to hit.
Yep, that's gonna hit.
And of course I rolled a 1 for the damage. So 5.
Dagger flies and slaps this dude in the shoulder, and his eye leans back, gouting sound comes out of him. Mother! I keep saying mother.
I just look at him just glaringly. This is their fight.
You shoot a nod towards Zell. That's right.
And then I end my turn.
Wait, Joe, who do you give advantage to with silver barbs?
Yeah.
You.
Thank you.
I forgot that stuff. That was the thing.
Yep.
You're the one getting attacked, so I'm gonna give it to you.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
I need to kill this guy now.
Can I give it to the guy that's almost dying that I'm trying to help and he seems to be getting worse?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Thank you.
Since I have a thrown arms master feat, and I threw a light weapon, it returns to my grasp like a boomerang at the end of the turn, unless something prevents it from doing so.
Cool.
Just bounces off things.
Yeah. Bouncing dagger.
So
All right.
Everything he throws is Captain America shields connected.
Yeah. As the dagger comes back after slapping, stabbing the side of the shoulder of the swashbuckler.
He said, just for...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a kunai. Instead of just a dagger, it's a kunai.
It's
Comes
a kunai.
back, turns around on the finger, holds it pointing down and everything.
Details.
Theraven is up, and he sees you looking pretty rough there. Dagger in hand still. He's gonna stab at you, Hollow. I rolled on here to try to do
Yeah, I heard it.
to lower.
I didn't see what it was. I don't have that phone.
It was a 21. It's 8 points of piercing.
Alive.
As he stabs down and can see, I was like, you're just looking rough right now, Hollow. He is spitting on the ground next to you, pocket sand. Get up! We're not done here. That's going to end his turn. Torque, you're up.
Alright.
seeing all the fun, seeing Flint get into it. Torque is going to use his bonus action first, and we're going to grow some wings. We're going to use Gem Flight. So, growing behind him is like this sapphire, kind of like bone-shaped wings just sprouting out from his back. And then after that, Torque is going to fly over here. And he's going to look at Wolfer, even though he doesn't know it's Wolfer yet. Like, Brett, stay behind me. And then Torque is going to use his battle axe to swing down at the slime.
Okay.
And we're going to reckless attack it. With advantage, that is going to be an 18 to hit.
18 hits.
That's going to be 9 damage. And on top of that, we're also going to do Strike of the Giants because I did hit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to need a Constitution saving throw from him. And he's also going to take a d6 worth of lightning damage, which that's going to be 6 lightning damage.
8 on the con save. It only has 2 HP left with the lightning damage going 6. Please tell me as you're evaporating this thing. So.
Alright, so whenever he comes down, strikes it, he's going to hold up his other hand, like letting go of it. He's just going to call forth light, come and strike it.
Okay.
Just obliterate it.
Right into the open wound you carved into it. Just
Literally, like I said, this thing was like a form of ooze and water that pulled from the body victim, and it was squirming away, trying to find a new host, basically, as this lightning is coming crashing down and just literally vaporizing it out. As steam from where the jelly would have been, like, hits it, it is just oozed within, and kind of like a little scorch mark onto the ground from where it would be.
Now, I know a lot about magic abominations and whatnot. Have I ever seen anything like this shit before?
We'll find out when we get to your turn.
Fair enough.
And
Say that Azale caught what Torque just did out of the corner of his eye, and just like, you can see, like, he gets instantly pissed. His eyes get like a red tone to him, and he just glares at Torque.
Oh, got beef.
Torque's going to hold out his battle axe. Who's next?
Alright.
And that will be the end of his turn.
Alright. Delos, you're up.
So
That looked
I'm
fucking cool, buddy. That looked fucking cool.
on the ledge.
Yeah.
I'm going to move up on this ledge. I'm going to, because I've been overhearing this conversation between Hollow.
Yep.
And he said, we're not done here. I'm gonna pull my lute, strum it real quick. You're done here though. And I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whispers.
Okay.
Fuck up his brain.
So I need a Wisdom save.
It's rolling too hot.
I didn't roll lower than like a 17 on that thing. Like, it was awful.
That was great. My AC was 17. I got bullied.
I'm still rolled good on this one. So 14 on the save.
Save still half damage. 10, so 5 psychic damage.
He's still standing. He's like, what the fuck's going on? Who was that? And he turns and sees you, Dolos, standing up there now. Little man, you're next.
Not much shorter than you. And I will also with that inspire Hollow with a Bardic Inspiration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's hope I live long enough to use it.
Alright. Ending Dolos' turn. We have the final one of the goons. Turning towards you, Dolos. And he pulls out a short little crossbow, basically. Technically it's a heavy bolt, but Heavy crossbow. It's a 15 to hit.
I'm going to reroll that with my last spell slot.
Oh,
I'm going to give advantage to myself.
Stop rerolling because that's a
it's
16.
higher again.
It keeps every time I've rerolled, it's been one higher every time.
And the advantage is still nice. It was going to be either way.
Yeah, but every time I've rolled minimum damage, it is 1 point of piercing damage. There's no bonus modifier for this. Literally, it's 1 point of piercing damage. So, bolt gets shot out at you.
Great shot.
Yeah, grazing shot exactly. Brockstone hammer is standing there as is all you were carrying the crate, and you kind of did you set the spice
He
box?
said he was carrying it.
Well, I specifically said I kept it in my offhand.
You still have it in your offhand. Okay.
Yeah.
Hollow, what did you do with the?
Well, in the place I was like, Brock, take these.
Okay, perfect. Brock is literally dragging the food up here and just stepping in the corner, holding it in front of him. Don't touch my potatoes! That's literally all he's doing. So,
That's fine. It's old man.
Wilfor, you are up.
Alright.
Actually, before you go, I'm going to say the individuals that you have told to move away. I only put a couple of tokens around. A lot of the bystanders have moved away, basically, after this.
There's an
Alright.
a lot of witnesses that just ran off.
I guess. What, 30, 40 something. 40. Alright. I'm gonna go right here. I don't have anything to heal myself with.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. I guess I'm just gonna move there and kind of chill because I'm already kind of feeling it a bit, so I'm just gonna kind of mosey on this way
Okay.
and hold my action.
All right. Holding action. Hollow, you're up.
Yeah, let's tap this son of a bitch. Alright, being your own assassin, that's a nat 20.
Yeah.
Thanks for the advantage. The other one was a 2. That is 10, 15 plus 3, 18 force damage.
18 force damage is enough to do it. How do you want to do it?
One of them was bashed in the face with the shield, and I just ram him through the chest.
Yep. X mark on him.
Pocket sand this.
Pocket sand.
This also catches Hezilleon's attention out of the corner of his eye. He turns, the rage fades from his face, and he kind of just nods in approval.
And Gonzale's little. I get it. Oh yeah, that is defense. Well, raise the walls. Hopefully they do something this time.
All right. Holding your defense, standing there. Flint, you are up.
Alright, I'm just trying to figure out who's still an enemy here. It's this guy.
And this guy.
Okay.
Yep.
Alright. I need to check. That's 60 feet, so I don't even have to move out of my hiding space. How fucking convenient. This guy here. I'm gonna go ahead and take out another card, and it's gonna light up blue and turn into an ice shot, or an ice knife, if you will, and just fling it right out at him that bursts around him. That is a dex save of 13.
12.
Oh, nice. Okay. That's saving fail an additional 2d6 ice damage and 1d10 piercing damage. So for piercing damage, that's 8 piercing damage. 11 ice damage. Cold damage, excuse me.
Okay. He's bloodied.
And something about, I know that the ice bursts, I don't know if it makes it slippery.
Makes it difficult terrain, I'm pretty sure.
Doesn't specify on here.
It's just a burst area affected damage other people around him.
Right, yeah. I don't think it creates a terrain.
Gotcha. Okay. What one does?
And like it's like a frost storm or something like that.
Frost breath.
I think ice storm.
Ice
Yeah,
storm,
maybe that's what I'm thinking. Okay.
Yeah, it's just a 5-foot
Explosion where these
Yeah,
stat
so
shards.
it is good in a crowd, but I didn't want to hit a friendly. Otherwise, like if I would have hit the water monster, it would hit everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, after hitting him with that, I'm gonna try and think about that ice being, and just that's the wildest shit that I've ever seen, and I'm trying to think if I've ever seen it before or heard of it in a book, something.
You can roll me a history check.
I'm a book nerd. What are you gonna do? I rolled in that one, and I'll end my turn.
All right.
There had to be one.
Proud of you.
Why not?
I'm
Kitaz
happy that I wasn't the first one to get a one.
is
I don't read those kind of
disengaging.
books. Fuck all of that.
Like actually disengaging.
Huh?
Like using a disengage action so I can't stab him in the back.
Yep. Stepping back, looking at you, Hollow, looking at what just basically took place. Zeke, grab the oven. Let's go. We gotta tell Tara about this. And he's basically moving as quick as he can back. Let me see what his actual... he can get to here. That is his turn.
I heard Zeke. What was the other name?
Tharvin is the guy that's dead in front of Hollow right now. And Geet Zal is the one running away.
Oh, okay.
Zale is going to not move. Apparently, I can't move.
I don't think you were...
Well, I can't move. Where you go?
No, you can. You weren't loaded in here originally when I gave people control of some of the
There we
characters.
go.
So everybody's technically moving because I gave control of all character on him. All people. So don't mess with it. Some of you guys are technically under all people can move because you weren't pre-made into the campaign when I first started. So
Zale is going to dash as an
I can
action.
move the NPC. Oh no, he ran back 10 feet.
What?
get out of there. He did it. He just has control of him.
I don't dash. I just use my movement. Alright. Zale is gonna dash as an action and run straight up to the guy who's trying to run away. Still have my kunai in hand, and I still have the spices in my other hand. And I'm just gonna look down at. Well, I guess how tall is he? Is he shorter than 6 feet? Am I looking down on this guy?
The guy that died is the one that was short. This guy is about 5'10". He's half orc.
Oh.
Yep.
I still got 2 inches on him, so I look very slightly down. And, it just glare right into his eyes and, first dishonor, now cowardice. Where are you going?
Where art thou going?
And... Yeah, that'll have my turn.
Okay. Oh, you could have took the dash action technically, but all right. You are currently dead. Torque, you are up.
Alright, before Torque moves, he's going to use his telepathy to tell Flint, I'm going for that one. He's running.
Oh, I know you like a sport. I'll watch from back here.
We're just moving up 30 feet. And he is going to throw a javelin at that half-orc. And before I do that, we're going to reckless attack it.
Okay.
Reckless E.
Oh, they're both 17, so does a 17 hit?
17 just hits.
Picture an Olympic javelin.
Yeah.
So it's going to be 4 piercing damage.
Okay.
On top of that, we are going to lightning strike him. So I'm going to need a con save and throw from him. And he's going to take 6 lightning damage.
It's a 3 on the con save.
Alright, so he has disadvantage on his attack rolls until the start of my next turn. Which kind of cancels out that reckless attack I just did, which is nice.
Hezilleon's gonna do the classic anime head to the side dodge as the lightning javelin comes in right by him.
Oh no, well you'd have the javelin throw come in, but Torque would just raise up his hand and just call forth the lightning to come down and strike him.
Alright, he dodges the javelin as it just whizzes by, and as soon as the lightning comes down, instantly pissed again, whips his head back and glares at Torque.
Okay.
And Torque, you know, he's hovering right now too. With his wings, he's just like looking so pleased with himself. Like he's ready for the kill, but that would be Torque's turn.
Alright. Ending your turn, Dolos. With Zeke the goon on deck.
I'm looking at the guy that's running. I'm gonna say, did your mom get fucked by an orc? Or did your dad at least have some balls? I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery.
Damn.
This was absolutely a good decision.
Yeah, it was. It's a 17 on the save, though. I went back to that dice on accident. No! I've rolled it a couple times, it's been good, but that dice is mean. This dice right here, if I had a dice jail, I would put it in it, because it's too good.
You just pulled it out when we get like level 5.
Yeah, I guess so. I'll switch it.
We'll have an AC of like 23.
Yeah.
You gave yourself advantage on something probably not useful here, though, right?
That's true.
It's a wisdom save for them, so.
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't have any modifier. It's 17.
Damn, no damage.
Yeah, sorry. It was good.
That was fucking good too!
It was good. I'll DM inspiration. Just because it was very good.
And I will Bardic Inspiration the guy standing right in front of him, because I don't know his name.
Okay.
I forgot I Bardic Inspiration, but I got crit last time, so I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, a Bardic Inspiration lasts for...
Yeah, last 10 minutes, so I'll use it if I'll kill him.
I feel like bardic inspiration from you at this point would be fuck you, you're cool, and fuck you, I'm out.
Zeke is grabbing. I have to do an athletics check. You move full speed. Running there, grabbing the body of his dead comrade, running by him. That ends his turn.
Is that enough to trigger a attack of opportunity?
He's running by you if you want to attack.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna use my reaction. I have a dagger in hand, so that's what I'm using.
Okay.
17 to hit.
17 hits.
Yay!
Yep, 17 hits.
And I rolled a 2 on the damage this time for 6.
Okay. It's looking rough.
I feel like as he was running by, I literally just stuck my arm out just in time.
Yeah.
He kind of just runs into the dagger and it like slices across his chest as he's running by.
That's technically like a little stream underneath. I rolled to make sure he didn't fall in. But nope, he's still holding body as he runs by you. As he's running up, Brock is holding back and is pointing out, this gentleman here doesn't look too good. Hey, buddy, you okay over there? As he hunches over and starts throwing up. Well, Wilfor, you're up.
Oh boy. Which one is the one that's throwing up again? I don't know. That was okay.
Any trail.
And then, hang on a second. Like, so this guy right here, he's an enemy, correct?
No, do not hurt him.
Okay.
Brock is
I
not.
was like,
No.
okay. I was like, all these fucking characters with that, they don't have names underneath them. It's, I don't necessarily.
I was
know,
try-
like the,
Black Border is friendly.
Black Warrior is friendly.
Okay. I guess I will 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and I'll be like, hey friend, are you alright? And I will just kind of just be nearby, but not so close because I don't want to have the same shit happen to me that happened the last time.
As you are calling out and this dude is throwing up, you can see what looks like almost leeches coming out of his eyes, like as they start swarming out, and he's just like, ah! Like he starts screaming in pain. What's happening? And as he does so, his body starts shriveling up. And the transformation fails. His body withers, and for a split second, that ooze that you saw for a moment comes out, but deforms instantly. And he is gone.
Well, it's the slime gone.
I don't necessarily care for all of this weirdness.
I'm here for it. If we're gonna get weird this campaign, let's fucking get weird, man.
I've never gotten weird once in my life on campaigns. I don't know what you're talking about.
Not at all.
I'm here for it.
Are you holding your action or anything there, Wilfor?
Yeah, I'm gonna hold it, I think, still.
Okay. Hello, you are up with Flint on deck.
I was like drag himself slowly forward. Like he's kind of falling to pieces right now. And just like laying like, where do you think you're going? And then try to shoot out Shane again. You have to make a strength save.
Okay. The one carrying?
The one carrying the body.
Okay. Strength save.
Yeah, it's very scorpion.
That is a 6.
That is a fail, so you get yanked 10 feet towards me.
I'm going to do a strength save to make sure he's holding the body still. Nope, body's getting dropped. I want to say the body is dropping in the water. As he's getting pull forward and body flops into the water, hits the side, kind of does a turn, and runs into the nasty sewer water.
I pull toward the action to attack. That is 15.
15 hits him.
I'd say you do have that bardic inspiration, so.
Sure. That is 10 damage.
How do you want to do it?
So I just yank it toward the as he flies to the air, just cuts him in half with the momentum. Doosh! It falls to pieces on the ground.
Okay. Yeah. Zeke is no more.
And I don't have a shield anymore. But yeah, that's my bonus action.
Okay.
It's like slowly, almost like falling apart.
Yep.
They have all my strength to do that.
Holding yourself and standing, you see Hollow, the plasmoid, cloaked man, holding his ground just basically as much as he possibly can. Flint, you're up.
I'm looking around the battlefield and help me out here. I don't see any potential threats, do I? Just that guy?
Yep, just that guy.
Alright, well, fuck that guy in general, and I'm just gonna take out 3 more cards and decisively end maps with my last first level spell of Magic Missile.
Okay.
So again, that is 3d4 plus 1d8. 12 damage.
12 damage. He's now bloodied.
More health I want to death.
Acceptable. I'm just gonna kind of slowly stroll on up, catching up to the party, but not stand in the middle of, I'm not being an open target, basically.
Got it.
But I'm gonna move closer to this guy.
Okay. He, after getting blasted by this magic missile, trying to get his friends out of there, just, God damn it! Bonus action disengage, because that's what he can do. And he is actioning,
All about it. All about it.
dashing.
Hold on. With Wilfer holding his action, does he have anything range that he could do to stop that guy? No? Throw a rock? Okay.
And he is
Alright.
dashing and taking a left around this corner off the map.
Sure, I don't think I could have yanked him through Hezilleon, so I was like, well, we're doing yank the other guy.
Ending all neutral threats around you. You all stand there. 2 bodies lay on the ground, completely absorbed. All their waters or any fluids within their body have been removed, and they are just skin and bones, basically. Sunken in. The one dude who was standing next to his friend when this happened is like terrified. He is leaning up against the wall, just what the hell just happened? How did he die? What was that? He's like talking to himself. Other bystanders start coming into the streets at this point. Like, as the sprawl started happening, some people start pushing away. As you can tell, there's doors and stuff like that. Doors were closed. Like, this was kind of one of the streets between the markets that can be closed off besides the main entrances, and that's kind of why you were in a singular walking route here. Doors start opening and people start peering in as the group of you are now standing around. 2 goons killed, 2 bodies on the ground next to. I guess, what is everybody's initial reaction to this?
Super justice.
I think I would be like, I don't know y'all, but you probably should follow me if we don't want to deal with any of this.
Check any bodies for evidence or valuables, and then we're gonna get the hell out of here. Might as well follow them. They seem alright.
Tor's gonna be like, I need that javelin back. I really like that thing.
I'll just start moving, and as I'm walking, do kind of like a silent, just like a silent prayer or something like that, as I'm like, thinking nice things for the people that.
Well, before I have to ask, what did you do with the soup?
It was in my bag.
Okay.
You're super in the bag.
It's probably all over the place now, but it was in my bag.
Okay.
Whatever container I got it.
Dolo shouted, I feel like Hollow just shrugs over to Brock, like, alright, Brock, like, throws bags over his shoulder again, starts limping away, gotta get to the tavern, like, this is another day in Ebonwatch here.
Dale is going
I had 1
to...
HP left and I was curious. So I'm, like, melting over here, but...
how far down is the water?
How far down? The water is, like, the ledge to the water is only about 5 feet.
Alright.
Oh, I for sure take that bitch, the guy I cut in half, I take his first.
Zale's gonna go over and, like, completely lay down on the floor and, like, reach down and grab the guy's collar and pull him up out of the water. Or attempt to, at least.
Okay, make a strength check for me.
Can I do one athletics?
You're pulling up, it's more of a strength here, so... I mean, yeah, athletics would work.
13 for the strength.
13 from 5 feet, pulling up a dude. It takes a little bit to get him up, but you get him up to the corner, I would say. So
I
yes.
will pull him the rest of the way over then.
Okay. Sliding the body out. I will say, as you guys are, you're able to get the purse really, really quick. You beginning to pull this body out. People are now watching you. Like, blatantly pull this dead man out, and you can hear whispers.
Like I said, I know y'all. I mean, you two look familiar, but just follow me. I don't care what you all were doing. We need to get off the streets for a minute.
By this time, Torque would have flown over and grabbed his spear, and his wings will start to fade away now. And he'll come.
Flint will just kind of adjust his hat and start darting off towards wherever the hell Torque's going next.
Brock with his supplies handing it over to Hollow, even though you're looking rough.
It's fine.
Can you make it back to the Gilded Galleon?
Yeah, we got it. It'll be fine. They won't mess. They'll be busy. Whatever. Tar won't mess with us anymore for the day.
Little man, where are you headed to?
The Green Farm.
I have no idea where that's at. Is that nearby? I mean,
It's fairly close.
That's the son of a bitch that swindled you, Torque.
We're just gonna look at the little guy out there like, he's too small. No. He ain't strong enough. to look at.
That's strong.
He's small, he's easy to miss. You'd be better to not underestimate the wee folk.
We're just gonna think about this as he starts following. Could he do it? Did this little dude just take my shit?
Azael's gonna look for a coin purse if that's just out, obviously, on this guy. Just like a really quick search because this turned into a job that costs way more than 5 silver.
sure has. Quick investigation.
Quick investigation.
Which means if you don't have...
Alright, with that neg intelligence, let's go.
I was going to say, quick...
JP! With a total of 9.
9. Looking through with a 9, being quick, padding through, you're not able to find a coin purse on this body.
Then my eyes quickly go to Torque as I see that he's leaving, and I look not quite enraged like I was earlier, but I get a scowl on my face, and I decide to follow after everybody too. Mainly focused on Torque.
Brock will look at Hollow. He's getting...
Hey, guy. That's our spices. I'm sorry. Those are our spices. Can you please have them back? That was way too energetic for almost being dead.
I thought we were all going this way.
We're going... We have a delivery to make. I know you have the best intentions. My name's Brock Stormhammer. I'm the prime cook of the Gilded Galleon Tavern. This right here is my personal friend, Hollow, and we have important business to make. If we don't, our boss will be very pissed off at us. Unfortunately, I'm sure your farm is right around the corner, but our home is too.
That's not my farm. I have no obligation to it.
You need to leave the spices if you're going to the farm.
I need to fulfill my job.
Okay, then you're fine.
I was only going that way because I thought that's where we were all escaping to, but...
Your farm is probably north.
That's my farm.
He's not talking to you, Hezilleon. He's talking
No.
to the halfling.
I thought they were all gone.
No, they're still here.
The
You're
Gilded
down
Galleon.
there. Sorry.
Is your farm located within the Moonlit Ward?
Yes.
So is the tavern. I'm sure you've been there before.
I've been to the galleon before.
Well, you can stop there. What is at your farm that's so important? We can cover at the... at the tavern if needed as well.
This guy's calling for starters. And the little tattoo that I got that's like engraved in the fire genasi skin, so it's like glowing like magma. It's a ace of diamonds, kind of lights up along with his eyes as he just kind of makes contact with the halfling.
There's something I can't talk about while we're out here in the streets or at the gold because it's stored at the farm.
Walk and
You'll-
talk.
Nope, too secret.
We'll make a stop. I have to start prepping this.
Yes. We got paid to do a job. I'm going to finish the job. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Paolo, you can check on what this man has to offer at his farm. Maybe it's a new partnership we can link up on.
Do that job. Good job.
We'll follow you to the. We'll follow you. Do a quick stop at the Gilded Galleon. Oh my God. Tavern, and then Hollow will follow. I have a giant dinner I have to prep.
Save me a plate of double, please.
I will. Okay, I got you. If you're cool with that.
I'm okay with that. We just need to take caution.
Let's move on then, I guess.
With that, the 7 of you quickly traverse. Delos, you are leading here to your farm. I'm gonna have you roll me a team stealth check. So with this, I'm gonna have you roll me a d20 plus your stealth. Don't tell me. As a individual, does anybody else have proficiency in stealth?
Well, it does.
Anybody else?
What? Oh,
Anybody else? Wink.
Yes, I'm in one dragonborn over here.
Is it Travis? Probably, because he's a monk.
It is very dex heavy.
Wink. Wink.
Travis, are you awake?
I am awake. Sorry, I was looking at something.
Okay.
What was the question again?
I was asking if you were proficient.
I got stealth. I didn't think that I had proficiency in stealth. Sorry.
You're fine.
You're proficient in everything, according to the...
Yeah, no, I know. All right, fine. I will roll stealth as well.
No, I'm just saying, if you guys don't tell me, Dolos, what your roll is yet, the people who are proficient, roll me a d4. We're adding that additionally onto the modifier.
Behind it.
Do you want me to tell you what the D4 roll was?
Yep.
2.
Got a 4, baby.
So
Nice.
plus 6 to your stealth.
21.
21. 21 is enough to make it through the side streets of Ebonwatch without any beating eyes. You had an 18 to beat, so those modifiers helped. With that, we are stopping at the Gilded Galleon for a quick second. Brock takes the shipment, drops it off as you all head towards the farm. Which is, out of the million maps I have made, that was the one map I forgot to prepare for. Which is fine.
We did a quick stop at the Gilded Galleon.
Yep.
Is that what you said?
Gilded Galleon Tavern.
Would that be considered a short
Hey,
rest?
really fast. I'll be right back.
You're literally just... Brock is taking the shipment that Hollow and Izal...
It's like a stop
Zale.
and go.
Izale...
It's
Izale...
like mail with his easy.
I know.
Easy
Well,
as mail.
as I say, can't say Zale. Apparently, I'm pretty sure Chris has said Vale a couple times too today. So can't get over those old characters, you
This
know.
is the last half of the name is the same.
Yeah, I know.
I've been like genuinely nervous of having like separation anxiety of not playing that character.
I know. At the tavern, where I was like, it was supposed to be quick in and out, so Brock leaves you guys.
Gotcha. It was that you said there and then segued to the farm, and I was like, wait, was there a stop? So,
No.
Drop stuff off, finish the job.
It doesn't know. My roll 20 picture is still my picture of Hezilleon, or of Vale, so.
That's funny. Alright, you guys head past the Seaview Heights through the side gates to the Moonlit Ward, which is where the Gilded Galleon Tavern is. Just northwest of that is Degrade's farm. This farm... Why don't you kind of describe it for me there, Joel?
So, it's a fairly modest farm. It mostly has, like, potatoes and very basic crops are being grown out here. But the house, it's a very modest location, but it's a very discreet and in the sense that no one would bat an eye passing it. It just looks like another run-of-the-mill farm that isn't going to draw attention to itself. It's a one-story cottage from the outside. It looks like 2 rooms that you can maybe tell looking at it. Very simple house on this farm. You know, classic thatched roof and very simple.
And we're all supposed to fit in this quaint little home here. Fantastic. I look over at Torque and I'm just like, potatoes can be used in a lot of different meals, and you're probably gonna have to fill up on starch.
Potatoes. We shall see.
You can boil them, mash them, stick them in the stew. All kinds of things you can do.
But wait,
Right.
Flint, are we here for business? My coin purse. It was supposed to be
yes.
here.
Of course. And we'll shake it out of the pockets of anybody who might be carrying. Well, I mean, by we, I mean you. I will be at a safe and appropriate distance.
Orc's gonna start to rage. Yes, Flint. Let me shake this place up.
Cozy little farm about to get thrashed. And since we're like completely forgetting that we're talking like telepathically, so like out loud, I'm just gonna say, I recommend that the person who has taken this man's coin purse return it promptly.
Would you say we're in the farm at this point now?
I would say you're at the farm at this point in time.
Sorry, I assume that's
Yeah.
Sits on the nearest hay bale as we're walking. Towel's like melting. Like, not melting. He's very oozy though.
Yeah.
Torque's like, we've walked enough.
Inside, I think you're pissed. Don't worry, I'll get you your coin purse. I know I took it. You guys looked like you had capabilities I needed. Don't destroy the house. My mother's in there. Please stop.
Orc is actually gonna calm down and look at Flint like out loud, like he did take it. The guy did do it.
Don't underestimate the wee folk.
Torque's gonna be a little confused right now, and kind of step back.
He's a short man with big balls, apparently.
But everyone get inside. She's in one
That
room.
is what she said.
That's my line.
This is gonna
Is
be
that what-
a
is that what
long
you're doing?
day.
You wrote down the vicious mockery.
Trudge my way inside. This is gonna be a long, long day.
There's no way that you improv that orc line. You workshop that to death.
No, I heard orc and I was like, oh, this is perfect.
That's gonna be his silvery barbs. It's just gonna be like, that's what she said. It either lands or it doesn't.
But everyone comes into the cottage. The room off to the left is my mother. She's very ill. Please leave her be.
You brought us around cancer.
Not cancer, she's just old. Calm the fuck down. And I'll be like, I'll call up. I'm back with the bread, Mom.
Oh, shit.
Zane! Is that you, my boy?
It's me. I've got some guests. Nope, don't worry about us. I'll bring you the bread and your medicine.
Oh, thank you, youngling. Oh, I've been waiting for this. You said we got company?
Just for a bit. No worries.
Wait, got a quick question. Since you're tiny, how big is this house? Because I'm literally 7'1". Am I like just really? I'll just go.
You're like Luke Skywalker in Yoda's place.
It's a normal sized house, but all the appliances and stuff inside are halfling size.
Okay. So the resale value of this place is gonna suck.
It's all ADA. It's all ADA compliant.
It's like tiny house hunters.
Yeah.
With tiny appliance hunters.
That would be like the most literal version of tiny house hunters. They call it tiny house
But
hunters.
it would be the exact opposite. It's a normal sized house.
Yeah.
It's exactly not literal tiny house hunters.
It's a normal house, it's just got small things. It's Little People Big World, you know?
Yeah, there you go.
Small counters and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll give me just a second, I'll bring her the things, and then we'll go to the other room. I'll explain why I even stole your coin purse in the first place.
Sounds like a terrible drug deal. I just need to go. You need to go back to my mom's house.
I need to give her this stuff.
I'll direct you all to the other room, and you'll see small, you'll see a dining area with a lounge as well in there, small lounging area, couch, which the couch is tiny, so any of you sit on it, you're probably breaking it.
I sure hope that this crook
I'm gonna do
doesn't
this
get
probably
grounded.
light. I'm gonna sit on the couch. I was dying.
Take a moment to deliver the things to my mom. Be like, here's your bread, here's your medicine. Just ignore everything you hear.
I don't like sometimes when you bring your friends over, you know. They're all hooligans lately.
I know. It's trying to get us better. I'm trying to make deals to get us more money for your medicine.
Who the fuck are you calling a hooligan?
You're not there.
Orc's a nice guy. I know that he's scary looking, but...
I'll just be in the other room. If you need me, just call.
Okay. I'll just sip on this.
And, alright. The reason I saw you two first, you're new to town, obviously. I've seen the purple one around a bit. Your name's Holly, right?
Hello, yes.
Oh, forgive me, I haven't introduced myself. I'm Zane DeGray.
Do I know anything about a Zane DeGray? I've been in town for a while.
You can roll me a... We'll call it a history check.
Alright, ooh, I have proficient history. That's not 20, so.
Yeah. You would know that the DeGray farm, as it's in the Moonlit Ward, has been around for three centuries, basically. It's passed through grandfather after, child after child after child. They used to have a lot more hands, I would say, and the family offspring have been less and less, and hence their wealth has deteriorate over the years. Zane has been known to have many cousins. The name de Grey is pretty common within Ebonwatch. You probably have met a couple of his cousins over time, maybe a sibling or two, but they're hard to tell apart. You just know that they are trying their best to make by, and I would say the one thing you know about Zane is you might have heard him play musically within the Gilded Galleon at a time or two. It's been a while, as he is a performing artist, and that's one way he makes his coin. So I would say at some point in time in your younger years, you've heard him play.
The Gilded Gray. I've heard. That makes sense. I've heard you guys have been having trouble lately with farm-wise.
Yeah, the crops haven't been doing well, but I found some information that might make us a good bit of coin. And you all look like quite the strong crew. You can see by my size, I'm not that strong. I need a bit of muscle.
Hey, I'm getting paid. Whatever you need, with both of them reason. Probably whatever you need.
It has to do with the Phoenix Briefs.
As you can tell from my encounter earlier, I don't care who I have to fight.
You gotta be famous around here or something, right? With Phoenix Braves.
That's right. You two are new to them. They took over town a while back. Used to be Captain's Council. They ran things. Our flag was doing great then. The Braves came around. Stuff has not been going well for us since. But
So they just like a gang, or are they more like a mafia level, or we got mafias in this world, but are they like, what's the size?
They're just bad at running the city. They used to like run everything, now they don't even care anymore. Now a bunch of losers like Tara are trying to take over what they used to be theirs.
sure you all have heard, at least Hollow's heard, there's a treasure out in the Isles.
We're just gonna kind of pipe up like, hey, Flint, that's what they were talking about in the while we were eating earlier. Yeah, some kind of treasure or something.
There's always rumors of treasure going around. That's how long I've been here. There's a new treasure like every other weekend. People always talking nonsense.
Hidden in this room, I have a map.
Mark's gonna stop you there. He's like, if it's hidden in this room, I will find it, and he's gonna.
Nope. I know. You're not gonna find it. Don't fuck up my house.
I got a silver piece that says that he does.
The reason no one's been able to find this treasure is because they can't get through the whirlpools.
Oh boy. Now
This
we're
map-
wading in deep waters.
This map shows a path through.
Well, you know, I'm not one for waters, boats, seas. I don't even like puddles.
I mean, sailor. I know a sailor. He's kind of a guy who's a little too much of a passes for my liking, but I know a sailor. He's a regular at the tavern.
I'll show you all the map if you agree to help me find this.
Hell. So this is a bad start to a negotiation. You see, you already owe us money, and now you're asking us to join a job as a favor that we might find a treasure chest. You bumped your head today, boy.
You do realize I could have just taken the purse and ran completely. The money's right here. I'll throw the coin purse back to Tori.
I was gonna grab it and be like, My rocks are back. Yes.
No concept of money at all, does he?
How do we get
Get her.
without Kavara?
Get a better grip of your rocks next time, alright?
That's what she said.
Right, there we are. And, well, so all debts are paid, now we're starting on a neutral benefit here. We are currently looking for work, so if this is to be a thing, then we can start our first job. Some of us are pretty hurt, though. Me and Torque didn't seem to take any damage out there in the fight, but some of you guys got knifed once or twice.
Yeah, I got to heat up a little bit. I'm kind of feeling it.
I'm fine. Sleep it off.
You often get attacked in alleyways for people that owe you or that you owe money to.
Whether I owe money or not is a question that we don't need to talk about because it's already nonsense. But you live here long enough, you get stabbed in alleyways. That's how it works.
Fair enough.
With that being said, Torque's gonna be like, so, you get stabbed in alleyways. If I want to fight, I just gotta go get stabbed in an alleyway? Flint, I'll be back.
Just walk around with your purse, jangle around some more, and someone who's not as good at stealing things will find you, I'm sure.
Well, that Torque's just gonna take the bag of rocks, like, shaking it, I can do this.
I'm gonna keep a close eye on him.
Yeah, I need to go back to the Guild Tower and tell Vochar that I'm gonna be on a job for a while again. And by hopefully sailor I know will be there to give us some advice on sailing the seas.
You can at least lay low until night.
They know we've got some bunk beds up in this little house, man.
We just murdered two motherfuckers.
No one
In the street.
Nobody cares about those guys. Like nobody knows. Like, everyone knows
that they were already murked as it was, and there's nothing had anything to do with it.
It doesn't matter. We were seen by their bodies,
which are now dead.
This
You're
town.
running
We should have eaten those bodies. Why waste good food?
Well, me and Torque only attacked a few freakish-looking water creatures. I think we're more innocent than some of you. Says a lot, am I right, Torque?
That does say a lot.
Right. Give like a day and no one will care, but you probably should wander around at this exact moment.
I shall camp out with your Nana. Hopefully we have a place to sit comfortably. Torque is a bit of a snorer.
I'm sure she'll talk your ear off. As long as you're nice to her, she won't think you're a hooligan. Clearly she thinks I am one.
Well,
Yeah.
Does she think you're a hooligan or an ankle biter?
I'm taller than her. You shut it.
Well,
I
this is
need to
just
deliver
adorable.
deliver this soup.
what soup? Yeah, wait, you had money for soup, but you had men to pay me for directions earlier? I remember you.
Oh yes, you were the one that gave me the directions.
You almost made me lose.
I'm supposed to be delivering soup, apparently. So why I'm here, I don't entirely know, but I would like to get back to the monastery at some point in time.
That broken monastery probably had nobody in it.
Well,
I heard it was some crazy person lived there. Did they just make you go fetch soup? That being count by crazy person.
it's a part of my training. But
That's what they all say.
I don't expect you to understand.
Who is it that you claim your loyalty to?
Who's that question?
Towards you.
Oh.
Who do you throw your fists around for?
I don't want to throw my fists around if I don't have to. I prefer to just be living in a life of solitude and
To kind of showed on the battlefield, you hesitated a lot, like you weren't sure who you wanted to punch. You looked like you wanted to, but you waited for them to come to you first. Sometimes you're gonna have to strike first, strike hard.
I appreciate that. I was assessing if I needed to step in, and sometimes that means you don't strike first.
Well, you know, you can ask Cork. I always shoot first. That was a Han Solo reference.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, we're.
Alright.
Do I have agreement from everyone that you're going to help with this?
I don't know that any of us have agreed to anything.
Hey, as long as I'm getting
That's
paid.
why I'm asking.
I'm down for a job.
There's money in it, I'm in it.
2. What about the other 3?
Well, if Flint's doing it, I guess. Yeah, as long as I get to fight something, it should be fun.
3.
Is there else that there's... Wait, no, we dropped out. Didn't you?
You dropped off the supply.
Yeah.
I was totally over. I was sitting there just still holding it.
That would have been funny.
But, Zell still has his eyes on Torque and it's just like, I'll come along.
I prefer not to raise my fists if I don't have to, but if there's danger that you think there might be, my fists can be of use, perhaps, if in the event of danger.
I'm sure your master will just call it training or whatever.
I'm casting Mage Hand behind him and just having a little floating fist, like dancing behind him to kind of mock him a little bit. If he turns back, I just dispel it.
With that, I'm going to go and take the map out of hiding.
Okay.
I'm the man.
Stole this off of a lower ranking Inksbraid guy. And just slipped past him.
You stole a map to a treasure from the gang that may or may not run the city.
Don't realize the Vulcan city that they used to be.
I mean, it's a good score, but... And then you run off to your mama's house. Boy, you're in for a world of trouble.
Trust me, I wasn't followed.
Pulling out the map. Laying it out on the table. This is the colorized version, because when I put it in black and white, it doesn't show the red line anymore, so we kept it in color. As you guys can tell, you are in Ebonwatch. And it is quite a journey if you go by boat through the Kona K Isles of the Oak to Oak Tall. I will say that the ship you guys just came off of came from Little Point down this way. So it's kind of heading opposite way, but that was the journey. That was the small drop off that you guys just came from and ended up here. As this map is rolled out, you can hear the door of the side room opening up, the small footsteps of an elderly woman walking out to see the 6 of you peering over this map. as Zane is kind of pointing out the flow and directions through the aisles. Oh, we do have company here. Would you like to hear about the tale of the sleeping titan? Oh, that's a good one. She just kind of is talking and then continues walking out, opens up the door. Holy shit, it's hot out here.
You got any good books? I know you like to tell tales. I like a good story. Take my time.
Oh, good book, you say? I have...
The whole thing, good books, pulls at the platform.
I have the 12 stones in the settling moon. Or I have my favorite. Is that really yours? Tricks on you. That's a good one.
It is a good one, Mom.
You said the first one was 12 stones, such and such.
12 stones to the moon.
I'll check that one out. Sounds like it's got a fun vibe to it. I'll borrow this.
Zane, is he one of your friends? Like, from college? From the one that does music and stuff? Do you play an instrument?
I'm more of a producer.
I don't know. She, like, kind of comes up and looks into your eyes and, like, tries to, like, she kind of grabs, what kind of shirt do you have?
There would be a poncho hanging over, like, a vest and a button.
Okay.
Kind of dressy, but a raggedy poncho over the top.
Gotcha. It's very weak grab, but she, like, tries to pull you down. Get closer! Get closer. Let me see those eyes. Stares into your eyes. He has a burning rage! He can borrow the book.
Say a burning rage.
Yeah, burning rage.
You always have good eyes, Mom.
Are you sure we got the right one? Like, looks at it's Torque.
Torque is laughing because the old lady pulled foot down. Let's
But he has sloppy posture. Look at those feet. Why are your feet like that? She like...
Under full shoes.
Man.
Bit of a businessman on a hard end of things lately. You like to see a card trick in exchange for the books.
I mean... Don't get me started. I loved... What kind of card trick are we talking here?
I'll just do a basic. It's not going to be a spell or anything, but I would just, if I could use like a sleight of hand, just kind of do like a cool looking kind of shuffle.
Sure.
Just basic card tricks like that. Wasted a good roll. I'm just getting rolling 18 plus sleight of hand 4, so 22.
What kind of card trick do you want to do?
Just it'll start off with like a performance of just like crazy shuffles and everything, and then I would do like a usual like tell me a card that you can think of, and then I'll just make it appear like in her outfit or something like that somewhere along the lines I swiped it.
17. Is it the club? 7 clubs? 7 clubs. That's what I want. 7 clubs.
And then I just kind of casually tuck it off of her purse and hand it to her.
Oh, fancy with his hands.
I'll use or I'll just go ahead and slide it back into the playing card deck and just kind of take a little bow.
I like this one. You can call me Arthie.
Sorry, Arthie?
Arthie. Arthie de Grey. Your father used to do tricks like these. Why didn't you do these, Zane?
You know I'm better with a loot.
Oh, yeah. My dear boy He's too quiet for himself. He needs to get out there and see the world. I just wish I gave him something better.
Hezilleon looks back and forth between, what's his name? I forget. The mom and Joel's character.
Zane right now is what we think his name is.
Looks back and forth between them, kind of like just lowers his head a little bit and has gets a small smirk on his face.
Anywho, I'm not going to keep you guys any longer. I don't know why I went to, what's his name, but...
Don't want to be a burden.
Don't want to be a bird. Enjoy that book. And stay out. Drink lots of water. It's a scorcher there today. I'm going to go check on the piggy poos.
I appreciate the story. It'll keep me occupied on the long potential travels. And I'll just add it to my pack.
Okay.
Hopefully she doesn't have a late fee.
That you know of. With that, you all can short rest here for a moment before heading back to the Gilded Galleon Tavern. Once walking into the Gilded Galleon Tavern, you are met by a very large brass and red dragonborn, beard, cigarette in mouth, arms crossed, stern look in his face, stares at you all. He looks pissed off. And that is where we're going to pick up next time.